Why are most schools teaching us about the Pythagorean theorem, but not how to manage money as an adult? The truth is, the education system left out some of the most critical lessons about money. Lessons that could mean the difference between trying to build wealth or possible financial struggle. And if you don't learn these lessons, you could pay for that gap in knowledge for the rest of your life. Think about it. We spent over a decade in school memorizing dates and formulas, but somehow topics like budgeting, saving, and debt management were skipped for most of us. In fact, 66% of Americans say their education did not prepare them for managing their finances as adults, and nearly half say it didn't prepare them at all. So how can you overcome this? By learning the lessons they didn't teach, you can try to better prepare yourself for managing finances as an adult. I've seen firsthand how financial education could change your life, because literally that has been the case for me. The difference between those who struggle and those who succeed isn't luck, in my opinion. It's often knowledge. That's why today I'm gonna share some concepts that could have benefited a lot of people if they had just learned them in school. By the end of this video, you'll know why saving money alone won't make you rich, one debt trap that keeps people stuck in financial struggles, and how understanding the taxes you are paying can make a big difference. These right here are the lessons that sometimes separate the rich from the poor, and once you understand them, you may never look at money the same way again. Most people believe that getting a high-paying job is the key to financial security. Schools teach us to get good grades, go to college, and land a well-paying job. But is that really enough? I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's the same lesson I grew up hearing all the time. Work, save, retire. But here's the problem. Saving alone won't make you rich. Having a bigger paycheck doesn't automatically mean financial success. And the reality is, without financial discipline, even a high-paying salary may not guarantee your financial freedom. In fact, many high-income earners still struggle with their money because their expenses grow right alongside their income. And there is a popular phrase that describes this pattern: lifestyle inflation. The more you earn, the more you also spend. And some of that spending isn't just outright buying new things. Sometimes it could be through financing or putting more money on a credit card. But here's the thing, schools didn't even teach most of us how to calculate simple interest. Nearly 47% of Americans say they left school without learning even basic interest calculations. This knowledge gap could have a major impact on people who earn a decent living but are paying more money than they may realize due to not being able to calculate the total cost of borrowing money. This leaves those people who understand how to control their spending, how to calculate their interest payments, and how to prioritize financial goals as the ones who usually get ahead. Inflation eats away at your savings, and if your money is just sitting in a bank account earning little to no interest, you could be losing purchasing power every single year. For example, if inflation is 3% and your money is sitting in your checking account earning less than a percentage point, your money is losing value, meaning you can buy less goods or services with it in the future than you could today. But hold up, let me get real with you guys for a minute. Remember when we all started adulting, and as soon as we turned 18, banks started offering us credit cards, student loans suddenly became available to us, and car loans were often pushed as the norm. But schools usually don't teach you how these financial products actually work and what it really means to take out different kinds of debt. And here's the proof. 64% of Americans say their education failed to prepare them for taking out and repaying loans. Debt isn't always a mistake, but it is a business where you are the product. The average American will pay over $600,000 in interest over their lifetime. And that's crazy, right? In some cities, you could buy a house for that much. And for most people, a lot of that debt could have been avoided. But here's what's interesting. Debt isn't always used the same way. And going back to what I said about different kinds of debt, like good debt or bad debt, let's take a look at some examples that can help you realize the difference. When people say good debt, they're usually referring to going into debt for items that you can expect to appreciate or grow in value over time. This could be things like buying a home, starting a business to help grow income in the future, or even investing in your education. And bad debt typically refers to going into debt for items that depreciate or lose value over time, like buying new cars or using credit cards fall under bad debt. Not only does the item you purchase typically lose value, bad debt usually carries a higher interest payment, which can make it difficult for some people to repay and will cost you more money over the life of the loan. So some people use it to buy things that lose value, value, while others find ways to strategically use it for their financial game plan. That's why understanding how debt works and how it affects your long-term financial situations could really help you make more informed decisions. And let me backtrack here. I know most people believe if they work hard and make more money, they'll automatically become wealthy. But there is a reason why high-income earners can still struggle financially. And can you guess what it is? Well, here's a fun idea. The more you make, the more you're taxed. Taxes can be one of the biggest expenses you'll ever pay. And while most people accept their tax bill, some of the people who learn this lesson view taxes a completely different way. They understand that it's not just about making money, it's about keeping more of it. And some people find that understanding how taxes work allows them to make more informed financial decisions. So while tax laws vary, those people who educate themselves on available options or know how to work with a tax professional may be able to max their financial game plan. That's why if you don't start learning these lessons now, you could spend your entire life paying for the lessons not usually taught in school. For me personally, it's been a game changer to grow in my financial education, especially now after getting married, growing my career, and even looking to buy a home very soon. But the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? You know what? I'm gonna give you a next step right now. So if you want to break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle and start working towards taking control of your financial situation, watch this next video where I talk about the budgeting frameworks that could really help you.